partake in some of the social medias, you can always send them over to bsncoverage.com. The live feed will also be available directly on our website.
So we have the lag here between Dell Sim and John Moody Sr. Close one, but Dell's going to edge it out here. So he's going to break for first. Here at the Maryland State 10 ball, it's alternate break format. Of course, Dell Sim is currently residing in the New York area. Well known for his straight pull ability. He played in I believe in the Worlds last year. Did very well in his bracket, and this is his first time joining us down here in Maryland. So we're happy to have him. Of course, John Moody Sr., a native from around here, used to own Great Slates in Cambridge, and frequents our events. Matter of fact, he frequents most events. So good to have him here as well. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Dell Sim, the Highlander is his nickname.
Double ship. What are they gonna do? They can't fucking. You flop a three to a straight. I gotta play you a poker. Yeah. What?
So as you can see, he's got lots of. I was just talking about kind of the worlds. So 2016, he won the New York Tri-State first place. And you can see he's finished 9th through 12th in Turning Stone. And of course, 5th place at the World 14-1, which is strong. He plays with OB Shaft Classic and the Rift. And he's sponsored by OBQs, G2 Tips, and Chalky Sticks.
Here we go, first break of the event on the TV table.
Big break by Dell, but comes up dry. So he's going to let John Moody here at the table. John's going to have a look here at the one. So from our angle, it does look like it goes in the side pocket. Two ball is laying up nicely down at the bottom of the table here. So he's just got to be careful here. Doesn't want any of these other balls down here, like the 3 or the 7, to come into play. Yeah, good shot by John. He just punches it out. Good shape on the 2. He overhit that one a little bit. He just wanted to kind of spin it off the rail and come up with a 3 in the other corner, and he just overrolls it. But he's okay here. You play a nice cut shot in your right-hand corner pocket here. Play this pocket speed and come 2 rails. Oh, he overhit that.
That 9 ball's getting bigger.
Yep. So it's going to be a costly error there by John. You know, and I almost liked, from where he was at, I almost liked him just really playing at pocket speed. Put a nice good hit and come 2 rails up just past the 7 ball, in between the 7 and the 8, and then take a cut shot here on the 4. But he elects to come up over top of the 4, and of course the 9 ball comes into play. So he's going to be jumping here. He's going to want to get up and down fast.
Oh.
Makes a good hit, but scratches.
So, first match of the day, first game on the TV table, overall position. This is just a little bit of working out the kinks of your first game, first match. You find the table speed. We should see less positional errors like that. John played really, really strong the last event that we were here. Really strong. I look forward to seeing that performance again.
Yeah, it's you know, it's always tough when you have the first match and you're the first guy on the TV table. You know, everybody's just coming in here fresh early in the morning, and you know, he's going to have to get adjusted a little bit. So he's going to be working it out in the game currently here. But he doesn't want to make too many mistakes because Dell can play. Of course, as I was saying earlier, that straight pull game really lends well to you know, any game, rotation 9, 10 ball, 8 ball. So this guy can shoot. You can't make mistakes against him.
Well, and it might be worth noting, too, that Dell had put a little bit more time on this table before this match. John really only had 4 or 5 minutes of up there hitting balls, and you might see that come out. And the understanding of the speed of this table right now, I expect Dell to be a little bit more in the zone with the speed of this table.
He's got to nip it.
That ended up pretty nicely for him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's exactly what he had intended. He had a little bit of angle on it, so he was trying to hit the rail and then really get on the other side of the 10 ball. Ooh. And
that's an unfortunate miss there.
Yeah. So not a super tough shot here for John, but cue ball's off the rail a little bit. So he's just got to make a nice solid hit. Doesn't have to do too much here with the cue ball. He's already going to be cueing high because the cue ball's on the rail. So he just wants to make a good hit. Avoid the side pocket. And he does a great job.
So John Moody Sr. putting up the first point of this set. Guys, I know it's still early in the morning. Not a lot of people are going to be aware that we have the live stream rolling, so make sure that you are sharing it on your personal Facebook page if you'd like to do so. Share it in any pool groups that you're a part of on Facebook. Let everybody know that this event is going on, and we are live with it. We take pride in being able to keep this live stream free for everybody to participate in.
Yeah, absolutely. So because of our gracious sponsors, we're able to bring you this coverage free.
4-ball thought about going in the side pocket, catches the point, comes back out. It's a second dry break.
You know, so that Josh, let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, it's first of all, 10-ball, as you know, is probably one of the hardest racks to break and make a ball. So you can already see here it's been problematic for both players. 2 dry breaks in a row. So they really got to bear down on this because there's some other players in this field who do break 10-ball very well. James Aranis being one of them. 10-ball is his specialty.
So we see Dell electing to take a push there, break apart those balls that were frozen together. Now on the push out, whenever you pocket a ball like that, the ball is just going to stay down. When he fires at the bank shot. And
does this.
Yeah.
That's going to be a mistake by Dell. He scratches and the 1 ball rolls down here by the 10. So obviously John's got to at least take a look at it.
I mean, that could be a very costly error because he already fixed the problem balls. He already broke apart the issue, and then you solve the problem and give them ball in hand. That's quite a favor.
Yeah, so usually in a shot like this, a player's going to go ahead and take a look at the table and just see if everything's out in the open. Is it easier for them to go ahead and run the rack out, or is it going to be easier for him to take the combo now and go up 2-0? So,
I mean, the balls are pretty close together here. I mean, it is off angle by maybe half a diamond.
so the tendency sometimes here from amateur players is either to hit this shot too hard or too soft. You don't want to miss the 10 and leave it in the hole. For Dell to have a crack at it. So, he wants to put a nice, just nice medium stroke on this. It'd be nice if he could play it two-way if he misses, but unfortunately, it may not roll out that way.
It was a great shot there.
Yeah. Great concentration by John Moody to make that shot and go up 2-0 on Dell Sim. It's always funny, a lot of guys that come down here. Of course, Maryland is a big state for pool players. And, there's a lot of people down here that aren't pros, but definitely play in that semi-pro level. And if you make mistakes, they will capitalize on them. So just want to thank our sponsors real quick as we start today. Brian B. Quick and Randy Davis, plumbing, HVAC, and home improvement. If you are in need of that service, you definitely can get a hold of them. Of course, in the Facebook, you can click the links to their Facebook page and reach out to them as well. We have a new sponsor, Concept Commercial Interiors. Jeff Greener, sponsor Scott Hoss and Thomas Hoss. So we appreciate your sponsorship as well for the stream. And another dry break, Josh.
So I think this is the first event that they have used the templates for the breaks. They racking with just the regular wood racks the last two events we were here, yeah?
Yes, true.
Do you have any insight on the decision to switch for this event?
I think it's, obviously when you use a template rack, it gives everybody the same opportunity. You're guaranteed, especially in 10 ball, to get a nice tight rack with the template versus using the wooden rack. I think the methodology there is just to make sure everybody has a level playing field. I'm not a fan one way or the other, between the wooden rack or template rack. We're going to see how it comes into play here. Because there are some players that when they rack the balls, they know what to look for. Which spot to break from. So that definitely will come into play a little bit when using the template rack.
Might be seeing another early 10 ball here.
Yeah, you can see he played the one ball to get position. He would have liked to come down a little bit further.
Yeah, this is much more difficult than the last one. Last one they were close together with ball in hand. This time you're a little bit about twice the gap and way more off-angled.
Well, the good shot about this, Josh, is that when he plays this combo, he can actually play a little bit of a two-way shot because he can actually come 1-2 rails with the cue ball and bring the cue ball back up to the center of the table, kind of where that chalk is at now.
Yeah, he was scoping that out before he called the combo. I was wondering if that's what he was going for.
So it's actually a safe play here to play the combo. He wants to make sure that when he hits the 2 into the 10, he hits a 10 full, so the 2 ball stays down table here. So you can see he comes up.
Yeah,
but
he's gonna leave that 2 ball completely open to Dell here. Let's see if Dell's able to capitalize on this. He's got 3 ball in the open table there. Just pot this 2 ball and you're getting the 3. Oh, I thought he was going to be able to get around that 8 a little easier than that.
Yeah, he just hit a slow speed on that center ball, no no real English and played right into the 10 ball, so he elects to play safe here. He just puts he was trying to put the 3 ball down on the bottom rail, but he leaves it off a little bit. So if John can see past this 9 ball, which it looks like he can, he may see enough of the 3 ball here to cut. And it's a thin cut here, so if he comes up and either hits the 9 to slow down the cue ball or just totally spins it around it, he should be okay here.
Yeah, it looks like he's loading up with a little bit of bottom right.
Yeah, so he might be just trying to clear, make sure that he doesn't side pocket or doesn't come into play either. So let's see what kind of speed he puts on this shot.
Oh, he wanted past the side pocket.
Yeah, I think what John was trying to do there was sometimes players will slide the cue ball on purpose.
I don't think he likes the way that one turned out.
No. And that's going to be that'll be a costly mistake there because I think John can see the 3.
I think he's gonna have to throw it in just a little bit. Yeah. No, he's got enough of the ball here. There we go. Nicely done.
Yeah, and now the table lays up nice here for him. You know, he can slide down here, or he can come back to the other side of the table and play the 5 in the side, or all the way down. Yeah, so I like this here. Play the 5 in the side. Just slide the cue ball out a little bit. Or he can go all the way down to the bottom rail. Oh, he played it. There you go. He played it all the way down the pocket.
Yeah, I think that angle that he had just holding the cue ball above the 8 was going to be a tall order just because he got a little bit sharper than he meant to. But this works out great.
I think he's got a nice angle here on the 6. Little punch shot over for the 7. Yeah, good shot. He just rolls right over for the 8. It's got a little bit of angle on it, but he's okay. He can actually just he can just follow this down, really. Play the 9 on the side if he wants. Or he can punch it off the rail a little bit here, so we'll see what John likes. Yeah, he likes just rolling it down. And this is actually perfect angle here because he's going to be cutting it in the right direction. Just go forward here off the rail. So it's funny because you know, you see a lot of different players. Some players would have just drew that shot, put a little stun straw shot on it, and just floated down to the bottom rail. And John just plays it high, comes off the rail, and makes it 10, and it goes up 3-0, race to 7. If you guys are joining us on the stream here, please share the link. Share it on your page. You are watching coverage from BSN, the Billiard Sports Network. I'm Jake Lawson, along with my partner Josh Setterfield. And if you're just tuning in, you're watching John Moody Sr. and Del Sim, the Maryland State 10-Ball Championship, brought to you by On the Hill Productions. We're out here at Champion Billiards in Frederick, Maryland. So if you're in the area, feel free to stop by and check out all the action live. And if you can't come by, enjoy the stream.
On the Hill Productions is doing a great job running these events. All 3 that we've had the opportunity to be a part of have been great turnouts, great player fields. The quality of the talent that's showing up to these events has been top notch as well.
Yeah, so On the Hill Production actually would do six tournaments a year, so 3 on the bar box and 3 on the big tables here. Got to be careful of the corner here. Oh, yeah. He definitely didn't want to hit the 10. So now he's going to leave himself snookered behind the 10 ball here.
He only has to jump the edge of this ball.
Yeah, so we'll get a look here at Del Sim's jumping ability. You know, it is just a piece of the ball, like you said, but he is close.
Yeah, it is very close.
So he's got to make sure he gets up and down pretty quickly here.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
That is brutal. That is brutal.
Yeah, great shot there by Dell, but then
And then
scratches. And look at this, he leaves another combo. So that if he makes this, Josh, it'll be 3 10-ball combos in this match. And that is one of the most frustrating things as an opponent. You know, to continue to leave these combos.
Well, and the fact that 2 of those early 10 balls were a byproduct of giving your opponent ball in hand. We've had 3 dry breaks. Oh, has it been 4 dry breaks? I think every break might have been dry so far.
Yeah.
Definitely 3.
Yeah, every break so far has been dry.
The mental game definitely being tested right now. You're down 4-0, first match of the day. You've given your opponent ball in hand multiple racks in a row. He's taken the early 10 balls. It's easy to get frustrated and get wrapped up in that, kind of like you were talking about. So this is part of the game that I really enjoy watching high caliber players in person, is that I like to see how they respond when they're in these situations, because I know the type of stuff that goes through my mind and the type of stuff you hear other players express out loud. And a lot of players have no problem, verbally expressing their frustration, but you never see the top tier players do that. All right, we got a ball. We got the 5 ball in the side pocket here. 1 ball ends up a little bit tough.
So he's, let's see what he wants to do here. The shot here really is to play safe. So he hits a little firm. I'm not sure if John can see. We'll go to a second angle here. So it does look like John can see part of the 1 ball. I don't know that he can see enough of it to make it.
I don't think that he can. Even if he could see the full ball, I think that 8 ball might be impeding just enough.
So you couldn't just nip the 1 here and let the cue ball go down to the rail and then down to the bottom rail.
Yeah, he was wanting to use that 8 as a blocker there. And I don't think he planned on running into that 9 ball. He wanted to get on the bottom side of that.
Good shot there by Dell.
Dell, the Highlander Sim. That's a great jersey he's got going on there. I wonder who made that for him.
Yeah. Highlander blue, too.
He has a very fluid stroke.
You got to be careful here.
He's going to get got by that 6 ball.
Oh. He just overhead, a little overpowered.
I see him shaking his head just a little bit as he chalks up his jump cue. So far, he has been his own demise. He's hooked himself and given his opponent ball in hand several times. As somebody in the Twitch chats pointed out, we've had 2 jumps resulting in a sellout combo. Hopefully this jump goes a little better for him. Comes up a little bit short, but winds up fortunate. You see the little fist pump.
Yeah, he needed that.
He really did.
You know, and because John was able to get out the other times, Dell did get a little fortunate here. So depending on how much of this 4 ball John can see, he may even just go ahead and call the 10 ball here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, but really the shot would be to play the 4 here and let the cue ball come up here behind the 7 or the 6.
Try to use the 6 as a blocker. That was a great attempt. He's still going to force him to shoot over the top of the 7 ball if you want. If he wants to. I think it's close enough to the 6 where he can't cut it in the bottom left. I think he's going to have to play for the bottom right.
It's too bad too because actually, if he can see past the 6, cutting it to the bottom left would actually be more ideal because he'd have an angle to go 2 rails to come back for the 6.
Oh, I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Good.
So he just hits it with a little. Yeah. He just misses it. So that's a tough shot sometimes. Because he wants to get the cue ball rolling, so he just hits a tad bit inside. And he misses the 4, and he's going to let John take another look here at it. So, if John can get shape here on the 6 ball and go up 5-0, then he's definitely going to be in the driver's seat. He did not want that to happen.
This combo might be. No, I think it's pointing to the inside towards where the chalk is. It's just barely off.
Yeah, just barely off. But the thing is he can. John can still play a safe here. It's a good shot. Just smooth, roll it up. Leave the cue ball right behind the 7. It's going to force Dell here to kick at the 6, it looks like, unless he can see the very edge of the 6. He doesn't want to masse here because he doesn't want to scratch or open it up. And he's got his jump cue out again here, Josh. He's so close to the 6 ball. I mean, the 7 ball.
So he calls 2 rails. I think he's doing that because he's going to hopefully use the 7 as a blocker if he doesn't get this ball down. Let's see how this actually turns out for him. He underhits that ball just a little bit. He was making sure he kept the cue ball up table. Wanted to make sure he didn't turn that cue ball loose. And in doing so, underhits the 6 so slightly. He needed that. He had the 10 or the 7 to be blockers depending on where that cue ball stopped. He controlled the cue ball nicely, just didn't get the 6 where he wanted it.
It's another open shot here. Good shot there by John. So you could tell there by John he was trying to stretch out the shot on the 7 ball so that it comes in sharp on the rail to come back out for the middle. But he did hit the first rail short, so now he's looking at a longer shot here on the 8 ball. So he's got a little bit of a back cut here. He's going to be hitting some inside English, so that way the cue ball tails to the right off the top rail.
Struck that ball nicely.
Yeah. And that's a tough shot. John made it look easy. Back cut with the inside. That's sometimes a shot a lot of people miss. And so he's got a little bit of angle in the 9 ball here.
John in a strong position here. Go up 5-0 against Del Sim.
So because the way that we do it here, it's, I don't know, it's a long last name. So you have to put it there. And then color is Reggie. So like on the TV tables, if you can just, or I can take this.
Yeah, you can use this as like a check sheet.
Smooth stroke puts him up 5-0. That is a great start to this event for John Moody Sr. Where's everybody tuning in from, guys? Chime in to the chat. Don't be shy. Let us know how everything's going. Make sure the volume's good on everything for us, guys. We are in Frederick, Maryland, here at Champion Billiards. Where are you guys at? Last event, we had people tuning in from all over the world. I want to say it was over 15 different countries we had people watching at the same time.
Oh, that was great.
It was awesome. I know it's still early in the morning. Just got to let everybody know that the stream's going on, so please share it to your Facebook page for us, guys. We have such a strong feel that every TV table match is bound to be a good one. So last rack, Del was able to get the 5 in the side pocket here. See if John's able to put something together. The 7 was heading towards the pocket, and the cue ball gets kicked in instead. So this is a little bit of a change here. This is the first time Del's been able to have ball in hand.
Yeah, he's really got to make it count here, Josh. I mean, he's down 5-0. The balls are set up open here, so he's got to put a run together here if he wants to stay in this match.
It is alternating break. So he's got an uphill battle no matter what, so he definitely has to be bringing the A game. Pretty sure that 4 ball is going to go by the 9. So he should have, oh yeah, that definitely goes by the 9. He's going to be a little bit short on this position here. It's like he's still cutting it towards the right pocket. That shot looked a little rushed, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, just, I'm just not sure why he's rushing so much.
Do you think, I've never watched him play before, so I can't tell if it's if it's his natural speed to play fast, or if that's the frustration of early 10 balls and ball in hands and resulting in being down. 0-5
Yeah,
coming
I mean,
up.
lots of things happen, when you're down 5-0. I mean, you try to open up your stroke a little bit. You don't want to get too stiff. You want to free up a little bit so that you can catch a gear. But he's just making some costly mistakes. And look at this, trying to play the combo on the 7 and leaves the 4 in the pocket.
Good morning, everybody. Patrick Gruber. Appreciate you tuning in. Tim Tanana says, great stream. Appreciate that, Tim. Glad you guys are liking it.
Thanks, Tim. Actually, Tim is one of our sponsors, so we appreciate your sponsorship with East Coast Prime. So we thank you for supporting the stream, allowing to keep it free for all the viewers. And I'm still waiting to get some of those crab legs from him, but I've had several people tell me that they've gotten the steaks. Sean Wilkie had some steaks from him and said that they were absolutely phenomenal. So if you guys want grade A quality meats, he's got the biggest king crab legs I've ever seen. Definitely check him out. His number's down at the bottom, and you'll be able to see. Just reach him out by telephone, and he can take care of you that way. So thanks, Tim.
There's also a link in the video description if you guys want to pop over to his Facebook page and drop him a follow.
I just posted the bracket in the streams as well for everybody, so.
This is the key shot here.
This ball's got to hurry.
Ooh.
And he's on the wrong side of it.
I wonder if he has the angle to just graze it and slide past the 7 and use the 7 as a blocker here. Or if he wants to bank the 6 up table and send the cue ball down table. He's already aimed for this 9 as a blocker once. Barely came up short on it, and that's what left Dell the attempted combo there. We got some people tuning in from Baltimore as well. Appreciate you tuning in. You're absolutely welcome for the live stream. Glad you guys are enjoying it. He aims for that 9 ball again. Lands on top of it. 9 and the 10 are now sitting a little bit tougher than they were.
Yeah, he really would have liked to have been underneath that 9 ball.
Oh, Dell comes with a great return.
Now that was a great safe. I mean, he just married the cue ball right up on the 7. This is going to make it very problematic here for John Moody Sr. Best shot at hitting this ball is he can see about half the cue ball, maybe a little bit more.
So he's going to be going 1 rail at this ball.
Oh, no, it looks. His aim looks like he's going 2 rails.
Oh, in the backside of it.
Yeah.
Oh, and this 9 ball is going to get bumped up maybe.
So, I mean, still some work here for Dell. He's really got to look to see, and you can see he's looking at it right now. Look, does the 9 ball combo to the 10 ball, is it an easier shot? Is it something that he's going to have to break out? That's what he was looking at there. So it looks like he thinks the combo's on. In order to make it easier, he'd like to get a little closer here to 9. So look for him to just draw the cue ball back. It's better that he stayed above it than below it.
Great shot.
Yeah, he needed that one. Edwin, thank you so much. We appreciate you watching. Thanks for the kind words. Kenny Daltrey joining us. Thank you, sir. If you guys are just tuning in, you're watching the first TV table match of the day. It's John Moody Sr. up 5-1 against Del Sim from New York, race to 7. The game is 10 ball, alternating breaks. We're here at Champion Billiards. for the Maryland State 10-ball championship. And you're listening to Jake Lawson and my partner Josh Setterfield.
Looks like Dell's going to take a quick break here.
Yeah, it's good that he did that. You know, a lot of players, I really think a lot of players should do more of that. You know, he knows he's down 5-0. He played a really good safe there on the 6 ball, marrying it up to the 7 ball. He ends up getting out of the racks, and now he's on the board. He can breathe here a little bit, and now he's got to find a way to get himself engaged in this match and try to climb back in it. Another thank you to one of our sponsors, Gina Cunningham with Keller Williams Realty. So if you guys are in the market for either buying a home or selling your home, definitely contact Gina. Our good friend Bill Hill over at Money Shot Out Billiards. Join the mob. So he's service in Hanover, PA, Central Maryland, down by my way as well, Manchester, Hampstead area, and Baltimore City Q's. What can you say about this guy, Jay Wilkinson, and his wife, Peggy? Great people. They are based out of Champion Billiards here, so if you need cue work done, if you need cases or cues or gloves, you can definitely stop in here, and they can hook you up. And, of course, my homeroom, Brewers and Q's on the Boulevard. Thank you to Anthony, Tony, and Stephanie Manning for your continued support for the BSM stream. And Brian B. Quick, Randy Davis, Plumbing, HVAC, and Home Improvement. We appreciate your continued support for BSN. And Jeff Greener, one of our new sponsors, Concept Commercial Interiors. He is sponsors Scott Haas and Thomas Haas, and of course, young Thomas Haas just won the juniors, and he's going to Russia here soon. And of course, our great friend Larry Flager down in your neck of the woods. He's down there in Hampton with East Coast Landscaping. Larry, we appreciate your sponsorship. And we were just talking about this. I can't wait to try this Tim Tanana and East Coast Prime meats. So he actually comes to you. You know, they do free delivery, and he's got all kinds of stuff, fillets, T-bones. I mean, everything that you could possibly want.
Not going to lie, making that ad made me very
I
hungry.
know, right? And when you sent it over to me originally, I was like, man, I really could use a steak right now.
I would not be mad about a steak. All right, so the Highlander's back to the table here from his break. Ready to kick things off. Let's see if he, last time he broke, he was able to make a 5-ball in the side pocket. Let's see if he's able to get another ball down. Put himself another point up on the board here.
Yeah, he liked to, last time cue ball kind of went down table. He wants to try to keep the ball in the center of the table here. And you can see a lot of players, that's what they do. They go to that side rail to get the cue ball back in the center, and he just comes up dry. So one of the things when we were talking about the template rack that I could tell you just by watching Dell here. So when you're using the template rack, because everything is so tight, you actually can take a little bit off of your break. And so by doing that, you know, it gives the probability of the ball, you know, the balls to go down. So he hits it really hard, and you can see nothing goes. And, of course, he leaves a shot here for John Moody Sr.
Just avoid this 5-ball.
He hit it long, but he hit
Still
it good.
gets there.
Yeah. So not much he's got to do here. I mean, this is a little center ball hit. Oh, no.
So that's 1 point for commentator's curse.
Yeah. I don't believe in that, by the way. I feel like we were undefeated last time we were here.
I'm pretty sure that we had a pretty strong record. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he just, the thing is like, maybe the cue ball slid on him a little bit. He just wanted a center ball hit. He didn't. He just wanted to kind of pop it off the rail a little bit so he could play the 3 on the side. And you can see he hit it a little too hard because he came up and he was going to be snookered behind the 10 anyways.
Oh, that's a great shot here. Oh, he's gonna come up
He's got to
short.
hurry. He's not going to get there. I think that's going to be a good shot there for Dell.
Yeah, he gets great separation. John calls left side pocket here. Looks like he's going to be coming in 2 rails behind it.
Yeah, it's too bad he's not off the rail a little bit more because this would be perfect for a little kick and stick, but he's going to have to try to. Look at this shot, Josh. Wow.
What an effort. What an effort that was.
It was headed right to the side pocket. And so Dell gets a little out of line here again. A good shot there by Dell. Plays the 5 in the corner. Comes 2 rails back up around for the 6. So you just look at this.
That ball just kept going.
Yeah, and I start to think, like, did he play it to come over that side or did he overhit it? I guess we'll never know. Good shot there by Dell. 2 rails back around for the 9. Hit a little draw shot here on the 9. Pop it off the rail. And Dell gets another one. So that's what we're talking about, Josh. I mean, sometimes that little break there, after you get your first game, after John rattling off the first 5 racks on him, he needed that probably just to collect himself, just get himself together and say, look, man, I need to get back in this game. I got 1, now I got to get 2, and this is how it starts. It's just 1 game at a time. He can't worry about getting to 5. So he's got to worry about getting a 3 and then the 4 and then the 5.
Yeah, that's a really good point because a lot of times people will focus too much on what the deficit is and then they defeat themselves because they feel like there's no way to come back. But if you just play rack by rack, just focus on getting this 1 rack, things can happen. Just like this. John's got another dry break. Dell's going to get a safety in play here.
Yeah, so it looks like John's going to go to the air now. Looks like he's jumping with poison jump cue. So this is good because he's going in the right direction here. The 2 balls down to the bottom of the table. So if he makes a good hit here, cue ball should be going that way. And he just clips the wrong side of the 1. Now I leave an extra big pocket here for Dell.
Dell's checking to see if it's on the inside of that point or not. You can definitely make this 1 ball, but get in shape on the 2.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't want to play the 1-5 combo here. He really wants to cut the 1, almost to the left side of the pocket so that it captures the 5 and goes in. And that way the cue ball is going away from the 1
Yeah.
and back down here
He's
for the
got
2.
plenty of open table here.
Yeah, so he kind of rushed the shot there a little bit, Josh.
Yeah, that's not the stroke that we were seeing last night for sure.
Yeah, it just looked like looked like he pulled the trigger like way too soon there, and it was very fast. And he actually gets fortunate here because now John's going to shoot over this 9 ball.
Stretched out
Yeah.
over a ball.
And he's got to get shape on the 2, so it's really, really tough. He's got a little bit of an angle here, so I mean, if he really wants to, he could really kind of try to hit this with a little force, and like a little high right. He just hits it easy and takes his medicine here.
Think he tries to lock him on the back of the 4 ball?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good shot there. The problem is that because of the length that he is with the cue ball, he's almost got to slide the cue ball to the 2, and he's got to have some spin on it. And
Yeah,
then
it's
he's
pretty delicate.
There's a lot of different things that have to happen here. He'd almost be better off playing the 2 into the rail and letting the 2 sit behind the 4 down here in the bottom.
Oh yeah,
rail,
and send
let
the cue ball run up table. Yeah.
So
I do like that a lot better.
He's just got to be careful here. The side pocket, he would want to just miss the 10 and let the cue ball run up here behind the 3. But, I think he's going to try to do what you were saying and maybe just put him right behind the 4. Oh, no.
Tried to use the 10.
Yeah, but see, I didn't like that shot because, now, you see he leaves it open there for Dell. And the 10 ball wasn't really far enough off the rail to really bury him. But in a table like this where the balls are spread out, sometimes it's really hard. It's easier for us. He's in the match. Sometimes it's harder to see the safeties. But the balls are set up nice here.
Yeah, plenty of room to work on this.
I mean, this is going to be the shot here, Josh. I mean, if he can get from the 4 to the 5, he'll put a little bit of, depends on what he likes here. He likes the draw. I like going, forward with that shot. Yeah, a little running English. And come back out in the middle of the table. But he's still got a shot here on the 5, so that's good. Makes a thin cut. So you can tell today, you can just tell Dell's a little out of shape on his positioning. And then he overcuts it. And of course he can't believe it. Drops his cue on the ground. But this is no give me either for John Moody.
It looks like that 7's far enough away from the rail that if he gets on top of it, he can shoot it in the side pocket if he chooses.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, if he cuts the 6 ball here and then he comes up just past the, so he looks like he's cueing a tad inside. That way he stays away from the pocket. He's just got to be careful with the speed here.
Oh, nicely done.
So this ends up working out pretty good. He ends up electing to hit it pretty hard. So now he's looking at his shot where he's going to have to play the 7 up in the corner. And given where the cue ball lies, he's got a very small angle here. He doesn't want to scratch. I mean, best case scenario here is that John, cues as high up as he can and lets the cue ball run right into the corner of that side pocket. He doesn't like it. If and a lot of people will play this shot if you can run the cue ball right into the point.
He's cueing center.
Yeah, so I don't. He might just try to. Wow, what a shot! I mean, that was.
That was some confidence in that one.
Yeah, like he drew it into the other point of the side pocket, and he can see the 8. And it's a little bit easier shot because he's on the side pocket. Oh, no. That was definitely a costly mistake there by John Moody Sr. He was just trying to catch a little bit of the left side of the rail to let the cue ball come down for the 9. Look at this. And my how the tides have turned here. You know. And those are the ones you can't do. You can't scratch on the 8 and then leave your opponent to 9-10. You know, and both players aren't playing extremely well here. You know, I've seen John play a lot better. You have too. He played really good last time we were here.
Yeah, very
and,
strong.
You know, he's making just Dell comes over and makes a joke, and he just says, please do me a favor and apologize to my family and friends now. So at least Dell is keeping in a light spirit while he's out there.
Yeah, that's good to see.
So he changes his break there a little bit, decides to come back, draw the cue ball back to the back rail, and still breaks stride.
It's going to be a tight fit if this goes by the 5 ball here. You see him eyeballing it up. From where we sit, I can move around and kind of peek a little bit. Let's see here. I don't know. He's eyeballing this up pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if he could get it to go by the 7 and the 4, you know, that's the ideal shot for him because it'll allow him to drift down here for position on the 2 ball. You know, but it looks like I don't know what he's doing here. Maybe he's cutting it down the corner. It's hard to tell from here. He's going to play
safe on him. There we go.
Whoa.
He was setting himself up for another early 10 ball.
Right, and he says, well, I'll just put it down there now. So he didn't quite get there behind the 8. Or did he? Let's take a look. Oh, it looks like the 4 ball did get him a little bit there.
Just enough to be, I think he can hit the edge of the 1 ball, but not, he can't shoot the combo unless he goes airborne here.
Dell calls the 10. Ooh.
It was a great try. It was a great try. So that 10 ball is just going to get spotted back up. It's not a foul. Just an illegally pocketed ball.
So John's going to have the option here. If the ball is pocketed illegally, John will have the option whether to take the shot or give it back to Dell. But of course, he can see the 1 ball fairly well here, so he's going to go ahead and take it. He'll cut it over here in the corner. Oh, look at this. So you can just tell, that John's kind of feeling the momentum shift there a little bit because he, you know, instead of attacking the 1 ball there, he decided to play safe. So
It's another great safety.
yeah, Dell gets the 1 ball all the way down with the 7 ball as a blocker.
What stream this is? Because I told her and she has no idea. Like Facebook.
This might be easier.
I apologize.
So John's going to look to go just by the 4 ball here. Might try to go 2 rails into the backside of the 1. That's exactly what he does.
That should just be right on the homepage of the website. You don't mix it stuff. I should be able to see it.
So looks like Josh, I'm getting ready to get called up to play. So I will go play my match,
Alex Parker,
and then I will be back.
Alex Parker.
Well, good luck in your match, brother. Looks like Dell's going to get a nice combo there.
See you guys. Thank you.
So just like that, guys, Dell has got himself back into this game. It is now within 1 rack. John Moody Sr. to break. Trying to stay in control of this match here. Just like Jake was talking about earlier, he could definitely tell that there was a little bit of a momentum shift starting to happen there. So he started playing a couple extra safeties. That may or may not be good for him, as it did not work out the last 2 racks. Maybe he should have stayed on the gas pedal. John putting a little body English into that break shot. Gets the ball down on the break. I think that is the first break that John's been able to put one down. So he's going to be able to stay at the table here. Tim Tanana has a request. He said, can you please mic up Earl whenever he's on the TV table? I don't know if we can mic Earl up on the TV table. Would be entertaining, no doubt.
Brian Rose, Josh McCauley, table 4. Brian Rose, Josh McCauley, table 4. Pick up your score sheets and right to your match. Thank you.
It's a good shot there. Got the 3 ball down table here. It's got a good angle to pot this ball on the side. Just let the cue ball drift down table. Trick here is that 5-6. See how he elects to play this here, where he leaves the cue ball for the 4 is going to dictate how he decides to play this 5. There is enough of a space to play a bank into the right side pocket. Looks like he might even be going for the breakout here. Put a little outside English on this 4 ball, send it to the end rail. What a shot. That was a great shot there. That was a must-hit shot. Saw the English bite on that rail pretty good there. Glad to see everybody enjoying the stream. If you haven't already, followed our Facebook page. We also are live on YouTube and Twitch. Drop a follow on our different channels. Turn on the notifications. Never miss any of the action going forward. John Moody Sr. in a great position here to go up 6-4 over Del Sim. He's not liking the angle that he has here, though. I just imagine he lets his cue ball drift forward, shoots 9 in the top left corner. Or he can go forward a lot, shoot the 9 on the side, see how he elects to play it. He's definitely weighing his options here. That was a great shot there. He wanted to make sure he ended up on the top side of this 9 to make it easy to get down table for the 10. He didn't want to have to work hard to go from the 9 to the 10. It was a great shot there. I see him just double checking. Make sure he's feeling good about it. Gives a little head nod right before he bends down to the table, shaking his head like he still didn't like it. And you can tell he just really doesn't feel comfortable with this. It's kind of hard to tell from the angle that we are at, but that 9 ball is towards the lower half of that side pocket. So he is back cutting this ever so slightly, which I think is why he's not liking it. Because he put himself close on the rail, he can't really easily stun this cue ball. So the top English is going to be sending him a little bit towards the bottom left corner pocket. Wow, he really doesn't feel comfortable with this.
Joe Chester, Jorge Rodriguez, table 3. Joe Chester, Jorge Rodriguez, table 3. Pick up your score sheets and start your match.
Oh, wow, that ball barely dribbles in. He had to cheat the pocket a little bit to make sure he wouldn't scratch. And it worked out in his favor. A little bit of a nail biter there. Wasn't sure if that 9 ball was going to be falling down. Kind of looked like it was going to stay up there for a minute. It is an alternating break format, guys. So Del has a chance to control this rack. And then he's going to hope to have another chance on John Moody's break. And that will make it hill-hill. And then if it does go hill-hill, Del has the advantage of breaking during the hill-hill match. Looks like we're going to have a dry break here. No easy shot on the 1. No easy pocket, I should say. Unless unless he elects to play the 1-5 combo.
Alex Parker, table 14. I'm sorry,
I
buddy.
think he's just going to roll the 1 down table behind the 10, 3, and 6 and leave the cue behind the 4, 5. Yep. So he doesn't quite get the 1 behind those other balls, but he controlled the cue ball well. See Dell wasting no time calling the 1 in the bottom right pocket. Might get fortunate here.
Jim Ward, Mickey Barton, table 2. Jim Ward, Mickey Barton, table 2.
That's a great shot there. Use a little bit of left to get the cue ball back behind the 10, 3, 6. Sticks him pretty good on this one. Might be seeing him go airborne again. All he has to do is get over the 6 ball here. Looks like that 3 is not really too much in the way. He'll have an open shot at the 1. He's going to be kicking out a bank shot here. Comes up a little bit short on the angle. I like that shot versus going straight at it, because if you go straight at it, you don't really have too much of a opportunity to control the 1 ball or the cue ball. Going for the bank is a little bit more controlled. So let's see. There is another opportunity here for the 2-10 combo that is sitting open. You see him lining up where he wants that cue ball. Looked like he pointed at it like where it'd be in line to shoot the 2-10 combo. Moody already has 3 early 10 balls, so he's definitely not going to be a stranger to taking another one. He calls. Nope, we see him lining it up here. He can probably even play this as a little bit of a two-way shot as well. Let the cue ball come forward, the angle he's hitting it at. Might be able to leave the cue behind the 3-6, sending the 2 to the left corner pocket. So if the 10 goes, awesome. If it doesn't, potentially hooked behind the 3-6. Barely off there. 10 ball stays on the table. And this 3 is not sitting easy.
Ray Martin Lim, Steve Johnson, table 6. Ray Martin Lim, Steve Johnson, table 6.
Gets himself a pretty good angle here to be able to play the 6 ball. It's a little unfortunate with where this 3 ball lays. I think the 9 ball is impeding the left side pocket. He might have to go for a bank here into the right side pocket. If he makes this ball, though, he will be sitting good on the 4. So you see him call the side pocket there.
He is sit Sidbury, James
That
Aranis,
ball does
table
fall
10.
down.
Kia Sidbury, James Aranis, table 10. Please pick up your score sheets and start your match.
Steve, have a safe drive, buddy. We'll see you when you get here. Drills that ball. No problem. Anybody who has never seen Dell shoot, we were watching him play last night. He was playing very, very strong. He got to the venue probably about 20 minutes before we were heading out. We come up here a night early, set everything up. This is a little bit more the speed, smooth stroke, no hesitation. I knew he played a little bit fast, but earlier you could definitely tell he was rushing some of his shots. Couldn't tell if it was just because it's the morning time or if it was, a little bit of frustration. Probably a little bit of both. And so just like we mentioned before the break here, guys, that was in if he could take this rack from John, he'd be putting himself in a pretty good spot. So he's within one rack. John to break. He's going to have to take this serve away from John here. If he does take it away from John Moody Sr., then he will be breaking on the Hill match. Steve, you're absolutely right. Dell was down 5-0. He got that first win, took himself a break, collected himself, came back and started putting in some work. How many Dell Sim fans do we have? How many Highlander fans do we have out in chat? Go ahead and comment. Let us know who you guys are rooting for. Do got a great turnout today. We've got a full pool room. The player field, we had a couple last minute signups. Before the last minute signups, it was already in the mid 80s. It looks like John might be coming up. Oh, no. 3 ball goes down. Looks like you have the 2 down table. Steve says nobody plays better in flip-flops than Dell. Nobody. Good times, guys. Good times. Looks like it might be looking a little equal here. Got a few people shouting Dell out, a few people shouting John out. Don't forget, guys, share this video feed on your Facebook page. If you are watching on YouTube, you can also share the YouTube link on your Facebook as well. Just let everybody know. I need to fix the scoring on that side camera. See him electing to push out here. Welcome, everybody, this afternoon. For everybody who is just tuning in, I am Josh Setterfield from the Billiard Sports Network, bringing you live coverage of the Maryland State 10-Ball Championship, brought to you by On the Hill Productions. We are here at Champion Billiards in Frederick, Maryland. If you've never been to this pool room, it is a great place to be. We are jam-packed today. Not too many open seats in the building right now. If you were in the area, come on down. Watch in person. enjoy the great pool. We got a long day of some great pool ahead of us. Don't forget, guys, we do have our sponsor links in the description. Make sure you show those guys some love. We always have to support those who support us. We wouldn't be able to do what we're doing without their sponsorship, guys. That's how we are able to keep the stream free. So if any of our sponsors fit your needs, make sure you let them know. Get in contact with them. Let them know you found them from the stream. Helps everybody out. So we nudges that at 6, making this rack a little bit tougher. 6 is still going to go in the bottom right-hand corner. Don't know that this 2-ball goes by the 5, but I guess we're going to see. No. He's going to be playing safe here. He played that very well. Played that ball very well. Oh, that was a great return. John's going to be going airborne here. He might elect to kick into the back of this 2-ball here.
Table 1, Spore and Karen Court. Table 1, Spore and Karen Court. Come and get your sheet.
Unfortunately loses control of the cue ball there. This could be exactly what Dell needs. He needed to take this serve from John. Six ball is close to the 10 here, but it does go in the bottom right corner pocket. And with the 5 being here for the bottom left corner pocket, he should be okay. And just let the cue ball float up just a little bit. Just play natural angle here. Might check this with just a smidget inside. You don't want to get too on top of the too high up table here. Yep, just like that. If he goes too far up table there, then the angle is going to have him running into the 10 ball. This way he gets to hit it clean. And just like that. Dell's in a strong position here to be able to bring it hill and breaking.
Gunzel, table 13. Keith Gunzel, table 13.
Got a little bit straighter on this ball than he wanted to. Actually might be completely straight on this ball. Put the great stroke on that ball, overstrokes it. Giving himself a little bit of a back cut here on the 10 ball. He wastes no time getting down on this ball. Down it goes. Watch out for the scratch. All right. All right, guys. First game on the TV table for this event. And we are at a hill match. Appreciate everybody tuning in this afternoon. We had an early start. Make sure all your pool buddies know that this live stream is going on and it is free to tune into. Don't let any of your friends miss out on the action. Appreciate everybody liking the BSN Facebook page. Don't forget to turn on those notifications. That way your phone will ding when we go live. You never have to miss the action. We do post these matches on our YouTube channel. If you go on YouTube and you just search the Billiard Sports Network, you'll find a lot of our content. We go back and chop the matches up, upload them one by one. Dale here really needing to make a ball. Puts a lot of gusto on that one. See the cue ball go flying. And unfortunately for him, nothing falls. John is dead perfect on the 1, 2, 3 here. He's looking. Assuming that the 4 ball goes by the 7 here, this is going to be a pretty simple rack. He's just checking to see how he wants to get from the 2 to the 3. See him double checking the angle. He kind of wants to be on the outside of this 2 ball as much as he can be. That way he can hit this with a little bit of, whenever he's making the 2, can hit it with a little high right. Spin back out 2 rails to be in between the 5 and the 6 for the 3. See how he plays it. And just double checking. He likes the shot. This is some of that prep work that you see a lot of other amateur players rush through. They feel like they see the angle and feel like it's good, and then they put the cue ball exactly where they meant to. They get down on the shot and then realize that that is not as comfortable as he thought it was. Looks like he's going to be stunning this ball over just a little bit. Just wants to ensure that he stays in front of the 8 ball. He was able to get the angle he wanted without having to worry about being hooked by the 8 here. Screws on his extension. It's going to be stretched out a little bit here. But he knew he was. That's why he made sure. Don't think he anticipated having to bridge over the 3 ball here. Stretched out. Stretched out and over a ball. So he elects to go for the bridge since he would be queuing over that 3 ball there. See if he checks this ball. Yep, hits perfect. Yeah, and that's
If 2 balls move, I think it's a foul. Yeah.
So Dell was just making sure that was going to be a foul there. John did call the foul on himself. But the rules that we are playing is cue ball fouls. However, if you move more than 1 ball, it is a foul. So since he raked across a couple of those balls with the bridge, even though it didn't happen during stroke, it is still going to be a foul since 2 balls moved. Now, if you're bridging, let's say you're bridging over a ball, and you graze into a ball, while you're stroking the cue ball, that would be a foul. But if you've already contacted the cue ball and you happen to nudge a ball, and it's only 1 ball, it's your opponent's option to leave it where it lays or put it back. But if 2 balls move, automatic foul. And that's what happened. So very unfortunate for John here that is the way that went down. He shot the shot beautifully. And unfortunately, on his way back up, Rakes across a couple balls with the bridge.
The little guy in my own gym, we're not supposed to hit each other real hard. You know, you can go 50, 60%. Well, sometimes they slip up. Yeah, when we did MMA sparring, even when we did kickboxing, and I didn't take my hands, but sometimes these little motherfuckers cracked me hard, and I would fucking get my feelings about it.
It's good speed control there.
Now instead of throwing like this, I'm going like this, and like this, and I'm banging my hands. I wish I was.
And perfect position. Welcome everybody who's tuning in. This is our first TV match of the day. Going Hill. Dell has a really good opportunity to keep himself on the A side here. He's going to get great on this 8 ball as well. I'm just double checking that he's where he wants to be on this 9 ball.
Table 7, Rutherford and Rob Court. Table 7, Rutherford and Rob Court.
There's just enough of the point sticking out that he should be able to follow this cue ball into the point. No matter where it ends up, he will have a shot on the 10. That 9 ball just needs to fall down. There we go. John concedes the 10 ball there, and Dell stays on the winner side. What a match that was. For anybody who didn't catch the beginning of that, Dell was down 0-5 against John and was able to claw his way back, rack by rack, to take it hill and grab our first victory on the TV table.